So it's a key.
We are using this.
I've given you the free
1,
pass.
2, 1, 2. Can you hear it?
You can put the light on if you want. Just passing it around for everybody. Break them off.
Ferry, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Good afternoon, everybody. As you heard, my name's Poignant. I'm a Wurundjeri Wurrung older, and I've been given that by my father. My father was James Juby Wandon, and he was our last Narangita, meaning head man, and that was passed on from him from his grandfather, and before that William Barrick. Now William Barrick is the probably most, which is my great grandfather's uncle. So it's in our family line. But firstly, before I do anything, I have to acknowledge all my ancestors, elders, both past, present, and emerging, all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. And look, to do this, and I thank Francis because this has been my turn there either. But the Wellbeing Centre, Francis talked to me about this when I was in Melbourne, and I said yes. So always love to come out this side because it's a very, very, well, you look over the back here, this Cloverton place, the artefacts we have found in there to tell us the story of what my ancestors, thousands upon thousands, in an area of this church where it is and is today, there would be thousands. So it tells you it's a city of its own, and it's going to be a city again. So the history is very, very much where they've found greenstone axe. Greenstone axe has been traded as far as Queensland, and because our border is the Great Dividing Range from the west side to the east, there is a pathway that goes all the way to Queensland, and we know that Great Dividing Range goes all that way. So the history, everybody travelling up and back. Not many of the first settlers knew all about it, and they were wondering why they couldn't keep everybody at bay, because they were just running rampant up. They knew where to go. And of course, all these main highways today were all the tracks of where my ancestors walked, worked, and traded. My father married a little English woman, and as you see, the genes are very strong. But I've got the curly hair from my father, even though it is short and falling out. I had red hair, freckles, and of course I get sunburned like everybody else. And I love a sunburned country, and that's what we are. It's very multicultural today, but what it is for everyone to understand, my father, because he was very, very much privileged to be the last to be born at Corranderg Mission. Now, Corranderg Mission is where I live, virtually a property across the road, and that is Wurundjeri, all area there. We've got a community of our family that live on the site, and then you've got Corranderg across the road. Because from 1863 to 1924, all my ancestors there just were born, bred, and then when they did shut it down, my grandfather went to World War I. When he left the mission, he went as a black American. He come back, went to go back home to his brothers and sisters. There was a couple other brothers that went with him. They weren't allowed back on the mission because of the half-caste rule under the government. So he resided in Halsey, and that's where the Wandon side of the family have all been born and bred. He went away to World War II and come back. So, but this time he went as an Aboriginal person. So it does say that he wanted to fight for his country, and he did. We're going to do a smoke. Now, as I said, my father's been passed now for 17 years, and I hope there's at least 1 or 2 St Kilda supporters. Is there? Beautiful. My father was the first Aboriginal player to play for him. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm a St Kilda supporter, and we say every year, oh, maybe next year. But, as we always do. But what we'll do is, I've got cherry balut, which adds more smoke. The leaves are manigum leaves, so these are very much along all tributaries or rivers, creeks, especially the Billowing, which is the Yarra River, and the Maribyrnong, because they're the 2 lifeline of the Wurundjeri people, because the water was where all the animals were. So what we'll do is, I've given everybody 2 leaves, and as I said again, I want one to do as an offering. We want any bad spirits that have been brought with us today, we want them to move on. Go. We don't want them back. We want the good spirits to stay, because that's why everyone smiles. When you do come up here and smoke, please, everyone's walked to the soles of your feet. Okay, because you've picked up one possibly from another part. So like I said, what I'll do is, I'll turn this off and I'll yell. I'll get everyone, hopefully I'll get this really smoking up. And you will smell the beautiful eucalyptus leaves, because it has an aroma which is absolutely beautiful, and it stays on your clothes all day. And people will come to you if they understand the smell of the smoke. They will come up to you and firstly give you a cup, because they know that you've been in a smoking ceremony. And while we're doing this, while everyone's done, when you've walked through it, I will walk around the building, because, alright, I'm Catholic. I went to a Catholic school. No, sorry. The nuns there, they just treated you, bang, anything they could bolt over your hands or head. They were lovely women. And I vowed I'd never send any of my children to a Catholic school, and they never did. But that's another story, yeah. So what, get this going.
That's how we used to do it in this house. Is that correct, Jerome?
And it's just ticking away, so please, when you do, please come close. We don't want too much smoke, we'll just keep it going. But like I said, please, do your own, think about the smoke. You'll see people start to throw it all around them. Every individual is different. I myself, because I'm doing the smoking, I'm standing in it. So I'll just do the soul, and I know it's going to change. And you will see sometimes how it affects some people. It might go ignite. It's a good sign, don't worry. It's mean you played up, that's okay. But please, so if you like, I'd say, I think if you'd like to get the children to walk through, and we'll sort of do a rotation around that way, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So walk through the smoke. And don't forget, put your leaf on the fire, please.
And put your leaves on the fire as you walk around.
Wherever you feel comfortable. Beautiful. And don't forget, this happened every time anyone come on to Wurundjeri country, because we meet at a certain place. Most times they'd usually one either have a tandoori or one. It could have been for trade, could have been for marriage. So
do you want to do
many
it first?
times you do one when they come on country,
Do you want
and
to
you do
go
one
before
when they
me,
leave
so
to go
I'll
off country.
photograph you?
So they don't take any bad spirits, possibly from our country to their country. Yeah.
too. But there's plenty of smoke there. You see this?
Come here. Don't you go to the smoke, come? It will get into your eyes.
Sixties I've been in the desert, and every night I dream of the sea. They say home is where you find well, this place never satisfy me, for I come from the so-called people. We always need.
Turn that. Okay, thank you everybody for being involved in this. It's very special. So I'll finish off the last couple of words. Wimajanga, welcome. Human Kundi Big, and that means welcome to the land of Wurundjeri people. And the Willumbullet is us, my family line. We are the last of the 5 tribes. So it's very much a privilege, and thank you very much for joining me in this ceremony, and I hope everything goes well for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Perry, for that. Now we're just going to move on to the flute.